Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Chantilly in France for the long-awaited final of the First Nations Cup. And our finals here are between France Paca and Korea. Korea will be in their white shirts with blue epaulets on their shoulders. And there's a view of what they're all going to be fighting for. The Nations Cup, the First Nations Cup here in Chantilly, France. We have both teams up that end of the field on the right-hand side of the field as we look onto the field. And in the dark blue shirts, of course, will be Paca France. And we have our top scorers so far, but I think that there might be one or two looking to try and change this around after the previous match, with Pierre-Henri Ngumu coming out with 27 goals, 21 goals there for Tete Stoni, both of them having been playing in the Normandy side, who got a win there against the Illinois USA side, with Adrian Laprocette playing for them on 19 goals. And now in the final we have, playing against each other, Petit Louis Jarige playing for Paca France, and Juan Tito Rizgirzu playing for Korea on 19 and 18 goals respectively. So we're looking forward to see what goes on with that tally, but it's going to be pretty tough. There's going to have to be a lot of high number of goals scored by these players if they're going to overtake Pierre-Henri Ngumu. And now, ladies and gentlemen, whilst the players just organise themselves, we'll just go to some highlights of the semi-finals. And ladies and gentlemen, here we have a wonderful aerial view from the drone. Thank you kindly, airsolproductions.com, of a parade of the teams with the grooms with some horses as well. And first up it is Korea coming forward. There will of course be 5 players playing for the Korean side. Playing in Chukka will be David Koy and Jerry Kwa. In the second Chukka, David will be playing and Bin Kim will play. So they'll be mixing it around as they have been through the whole tournament and growing from strength to strength during this tournament, gaining a lot more confidence. David Koy has been playing outstandingly well, scoring a plethora of goals out there, 3 goals in one match, playing backhands, taking the ball on the meat. Very strong asset there to this Korean side. And of course supporting them is Tito Rizgirzu and Pandi Iristaza. And then on the far side there we have Jerry Kwa. He's today not in the blue helmet, he's in the Guns N' Roses and black helmet. And then coming in behind these here now, we have France Paca coming in with Hélène Venou playing there with the boys. Been playing outstandingly well, very strong player indeed, as are her 2 sisters. She was actually taken over to Pakistan with Tito, funnily enough. He's coached her, he's brought her up through the ranks a little bit too, and now they end up playing against each other in this, the first of the Nations Cup. So a great job done there, and of course it's great to see the grooms getting some recognition. After all, the amount of work that they do behind the scenes to make all this possible is just immeasurable. And going all around the field, a large number of spectators here today, especially on this side of the field and in the orangery, in the middle of the field, in the middle of the two fields rather here, at the main grounds at Chantilly. With lunch having been served and a full day of entertainment. So there's the Koreans going down into their camp. And the French will carry on past over to the other corner. And naturally we'll have spares out all over. I do have a vague horse list. I say vague because we know how they change them around depending on how the game is developing. But it looks like out here in the first chukka, the start of the first chukka, then it'll come out on Balco. Petit Luis will come out on Atriado, and we have Dorian coming out on Dolly, with Julien coming out on Emancipado. David Coy will be coming out on one of his own ponies, the rest of them coming out on rental ponies. Of course, Tito and Pandy with their own, but David will come out on one of his ponies he'll be playing today in Maquilada. Jerry will be coming out on Eurydice. Tercio for Kim when he comes out in the second chukka. Tito will start off on Vino Tinto. And Pandy, unfortunately, was still working it out when I was managing to get to him, but hopefully I'll get his list from Danielle as we continue this match. So our lineups, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it in full. 12-goal Nations Cup played over 5 chukkers. Playing at number 1 for Paca in the blue is Elena Venu, playing on 1 goal. Playing at number 2 is Dorian Bulto, playing off 3 goals. At number 3, Luis Charige, Petit Louis on 4 goals. And at the back door, it is Julien Rain on 4 goals. And for Korea, playing at number 1, David Ko on 0. Jerry Kwak on Ko. Bin Kim will also be on 0. And at number 3 will be Santiago Pandy Erastosa on 5. And at the back door, it's the incredibly talented Juan Tito Ruiz Guinesu playing on 7. Taking their cumulative handicap up to 12 as well. So we'll be starting off 0-0. No handicap difference to start this match here. And hopefully we'll get a nice open running game. Though I fear we might end up having a game that gets a little bit stifled because of the hard marking. They've been playing incredibly well, these teams, and growing in strength over the last 10 days. And there you have a view there of Dorian coming on for Paca France. Just warming up, getting himself ready. Warming that arm up. Cooling the nerves. A lot of pride, national pride out here for this French Paca team. With this, the First Nations Cup in Chantilly, France. This wonderful club here just north of Paris. And also going on today, we have the Prix de la Lion. They're in Chantilly on the race course. As well as the polo also going on all over the world, coming to you live by Polo Line. Be it in England for the finals of the Queen's Cup, though they will not be live streaming that. They'll be streaming polo from Italy and France as well. So the final touches going on to the horse list and organisation. Probably some final little bit of team talking going on here now I think that's already done, and it's now time to get on the field and get this match underway. That, of course, being the France Packer camp. I'm back here once more to an amazing cup, the Nations Cup here, which is what they'll be fighting for this afternoon. A couple of the spectators coming back up towards the orangery here. A wonderful day here for everybody concerned. And there you see the lunch that's been served, or the last bit of lunch, some cheese. How very nice indeed. Just to finish off a magnificent lunch that people have had here at the Chantilly Polo Club. Just previous to this, we also had the Patricios match, and we also had some Rhoda Polo as well. And prior to all of this, of course, we had our runners-up for the Nations Cup, which was won by Normandy, France. So France already got one cup under the belt. People just enjoying and relaxing here in this glorious summer in Chantilly, France. So it looks like a few of the players are starting to come out of their tents now. With a look to try and get themselves mounted back up and get this match underway. Umpires are on the other side, organising themselves, just about to get mounted up. So, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a slight delay because Bandy, Santiago Stilza, has been coming from the Club de Paris Polo Club, and unfortunately he's stuck in traffic. So that is why we have a little bit of a delay. And hopefully he gets here with a clear head and a clear mind before, and gets a moment to have a bit of a breather. And then we'll get this match underway. But in the meantime, people are just enjoying themselves, having a wonderful day here at Chantilly. And maybe what we'll be able to do is maybe we can get to go to some highlights of some of the previous matches until Pandy manages to get himself here for your entertainment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Chantilly in Paris in France for the finals, the long-awaited four finals here now of the Nations Cup. We apologise for the delay, but Pandy Santiago Ristosa unfortunately was caught up in traffic. There was an accident on his way down from just having won his match in the Paris Open. 8 goals to 7 over Samim for the Kazakh team. Unfortunately got caught up and snagged up in some traffic, which just caused the delay. But he's here now, he's mounted up, and hopefully he's managed to keep a cool head on the way and not got a little bit too frustrated. So there'll be of no detriment there to this Korean team as the Korean players make their way down to the left-hand side end of the field. And the players will come in. There he is, himself, the man, Pandy. That again is what they will all be playing for. The Nations Cup. We look there from this great aerial shot there of Franz Packer waiting up in their goal mouth with umpire. Umpires on the field will be Gaston Lucero and Villanueva, Guille Villanueva, with Rafa Silva as the third man. And they'll come in now with the cars from end to end. Packer France, of course, going to be in their blue shirts and the white shirts predominantly for the Korean team. Done very well to get through here to this point, to the final. Both teams have. Packer France have been very strong all the way through. But effectively a full professional players team. So again, you've still got another good view there of the France Packer team. The armband being worn there by Julien Reine, the captain of Packer France. And now here we have a good aerial view there of the Korean team. And starting off, of course, in chukker number 1 for the Koreans will be David Ko and Jerry Kwa, being supported by Pandy and Tito Rizginazu. So they'll turn into the middle of the field here now. And then we'll be playing the national anthems. Or we're certainly scheduled for doing so. And then an introduction of the players. anthem. So playing at number 1 here now for Korea, it is David Ko playing at number 1. Playing at number 2 is Jerry Kwa. Playing at number 3 is Santiago Pandi Irastosa. And at number 4 it is the one and only Juan Tito Ruiz Guiñazú. And for France Paca, number 1 is going to be Elena Vinu. Playing at number 2 is going to be Dorian Bulto. At number 3, it is Luis Jarish Petit Louis. And of course, at the back door, and the captain of France Paca, it is Julien Rein. And the umpires out on the field are Gaston Lucero and Guillermo Villanueva, with Rafa Silva as third man. So we'll go over to the far side of the field in front of the scoreboard here to get this underway. The First Nations Cup here in Chantilly, France. Teams in there just wishing each other good luck. Usual sportsmanship that we fortunately have here in polo. And it should be a very exciting match indeed. I foresee Paca France trying to come out incredibly strongly and trying to get the hop there on this Korean team. You know, a lovely view of loads of people there sitting on the side enjoying this glorious afternoon. Little overcast, so ideal conditions for spectators and also for players. So just a little bit of a chat there to the players coming from Guillermo Villanueva, who looks like he's going to be starting this one off. And as I said previously on, we will start off Elena on Balco, Dorian on Dolly, Louis on Adriao, and Julian starting off on Emancipado, David on his own horse, Immaculada. And the ball's into play, so we'll catch up with that one in a moment. And there it is, off the back of the line. Looking for that one there is Rein. Rein comes away with it here now. Julien Rein comes up forward with the play here now. Looking and waiting for him there is Pandy. Yields off it, leaves it now here for Petit Louis. Petit Louis onto the play, gets ridden off out of it. Ball just skews off out of the side, tries to pick it up, does Elena, couldn't do so, but Dorian comes up forward onto this one here now. Dorian gets away from the hook and looks like he wants to open up the score here now. Dorian Bulto opening up the score here now for Paca France. Straight off that line out, a little bit of thwarting in their attack, but they made sure of it there, and you can see on the replay Dorian got away and through the goals he goes, just managing to get away from his man. He was certainly trying to get the stick on, but unfortunately unable to do so. So ball bowled into play it is, off the line out it comes. Julien wants that one, but no, Dorian's off after it again. There's a little hesitation, but going back onto this one here is going to be Tito on the near side. Tito takes it out wide, out towards the far side here, looks after Dorian, keeps him in the pocket on his right hand side, but plays the ball round on the near side once again. Has he shown too much of that one there to Julien? Gets the hook in there, there's Julien, but it's now left here for David Ko. David Ko takes this a little bit further up, he yields off it and leaves it now for Pandy. Pandy hooked off out of it, but it's going to be picked up once again here by the backhand by Louis. The ball's up, coming forward, comes off the pony, but it looks like it is going to be Dorian. Comes back, pick it up once more. Dorian gets past the first man, gets a little bit of protection there, picks it up on his near side, going down here now. In comes the backhand there of Tito to try and thwart that attack, and once again on the move it is Petit Louis. Petit Louis couldn't get hold of that one there, but he gets hooked off. As I said, they're going to be marking each other very tightly, but breaking away out of this one here now. It is Julien Rein. Julien trying to control this bouncing ball, couldn't quite do so, but it's picked up here nicely there by Tito Ruiz Guiñazú, clearing it away from the danger zone, looking to get that one further up the field, up there for Pandy, but it gets sent back into the throws, or tries to do so, does Julien, but coming onto it once more. Petit Louis sends a little backhand out there for Dorian, just gets unsighted on the ball slightly there, but gets back onto the play quickly and it is Dorian sends it through, but pulled away there by Jerry. And we have players appealing for it now, but it's going to be Elena comes forward here now. Elena going for the shot. It looks like that one just ricocheted off the pony, and the backhand comes in. Nice backhand there by Dave, but it looks like this time we have a whistle on the play. as Pandy tries to come through onto it. Yes, as I said, he just came off the pony. Backhand by him, came back into the throes of things. It looks like Pandy had more of the right to that line there as Pack of France come across in front, and so the ball will be dropped down here now to be brought back into play once more here by Pandy. Up on the run here now goes Tito. Tito under the neck, he goes with that one, trying to get that one off Tito. Didn't quite get what he was looking for out of that one there, but the backhand comes in, just gets picked up nicely there by Pandy, but once again Petit Louis quickly onto that one there. Petit Louis out towards the side he goes here now. Pandy couldn't pick it up on the near side, just unsighted slightly out onto that one there was Tito. We're going back here now. Is Dorian coming around the corner once more, going goalward bound here now, looking to run this one all the way home. He finds a player in front of him on that one there, and it just goes out over the back line. He was looking for something out of it, but he sort of played that one into the player, and so the ball sitting on the back line here now for Pandy to bring in. Pandy Irastosa brings the ball in here now. Pandy taps it up here this time, and this time goes with a long drive, sends that one up, looking to try and get that one up forward, but coming in onto that one is Pandy, but as he does, he just slips in front of Tito, and it will be moving this one up further. Let's see if it goes up to a 60 or the halfway line, but there he is. You see, he just sent the nice pass up, sort of on the line there, but coming in front of him was Dorian. We're going to have a free change here now as players leave the field of play, with Elena looking to get onto Samba, Dorian onto Grace, Petit Louis onto Hot, and it'll be a choice of two there for Julian if it's Audi or Vanidosa. Tito will be looking to get onto Pitofina. So the players coming back out onto the field here now. 1 goal it is to Pack of France. And back to the drone shot here now. We can see the umpires standing over the 60-yard line. So we have a penalty for here now. For Tito Rizquinez, it looks like he's going to tee this one up as Pandy comes back out onto the field. It's going to be a very important day for their penalties. They need to make sure of all of them and take advantage of every opportunity given. So Pandy to take this one here. He's got a massive hit. Just circling round up onto the play here now. Some beautifully schooled ponies, and he's got some absolute flyers as well. Comes up onto it, pony just jiggles a bit, he goes driving shot, sends that one in, but it looks like that one's gone wide. Wide it is, but it was stopped, so we'll go to a corner. A penalty 6 will be dropped down where it went out of play, and you can see on the replay here now, didn't quite get the height on it. Pony just jibbed on him a little bit coming in onto it, and it was just plucked out the air there beautifully by Dorian Bolto. So we'll have another bite of the cherry as the ball's being teed up here once again by Pandy, where it went out of play just a little bit wide to the left hand side of the goals here this time. Slightly shorter shorter warm up run into this, comes up to it, he drives, he shoots, it's high, it's over the top this time, and straight through it is, levelling up the scores there. A superb and very valuable goal there by Santiago Irastosa. And on the replay you can see as he comes up here nicely, got himself lined up well, and straight over the top of the players. Beautifully executed penalty there by Pandy. And so they'll go to the far side for Guillermo Villanueva to bring this one into play. In the middle of the line out. Looking to come out with this one here is Dorian. Dorian sends that one in, out towards the front door here with the backhand. Couldn't get onto it there, could Petit Louis, but it's picked up by Dorian once again. He's over the top of it on this occasion here now. Brings it forward. Here comes Pandy. Pandy checks up on the play. He's got Tito in there to give him a little bit of help and support, and he goes round the other way, goes out into some open space, setting sail up the field. David's already gone up forward, but hard pressure on him there by Dorian. Checks up once more, takes the hook, keeps possession, takes takes the hook, and also again there from Vanul, but keeps on going forward. Great power here, there, dribbles that ball up forward here now, but this time finally gets hooked off out of it. The ball just deviates off out of that one slightly there, trying to get onto it, but couldn't quite get onto that ball cleanly there, and it looked like Petit Louis had managed to establish himself on the line. And just coming up here, you see the ball just deviating off there with the pony and trying to come onto it. Near side play every day of the week, but unfortunately it's easy to say from here, but in comes the play there of Julien Reign. Sends that one up to about the halfway line. Julien's ball just controlling it now, going a little bit deeper. Goes round again. Petit Louis is in there, putting pressure on Pandy. Pandy up to the boards. Looks to come round once again, desperately trying to make a little bit of space for himself. Lovely stick work there, but it's now picked up here by Tito. Tito goes the other way this time, but in comes Vanul, wants a piece of that one there and sends that forward, but it comes up now for Pandy once again. Pandy on the run once more, gets hooked off out of it. Just hook again, comes in by Petit Louis, settling down on it. It's got sent up to go forward there. Was Dorian, but it's going to be Petit Louis on this one here now. Petit Louis sends that one away there from Pandy. Pandy gets onto it first, comes off the pony but gets onto it quickly. Great play there by Pandy. Pandy checks up, looks to come around the traffic, goes one way, he's going one way, then the other, trying to avoid these hooks, brings the players in. Julien comes in for the other side. Vanul finally gets the hook in. It's now going to be Tito Ruiz Guiñazú onto the play here once again. Tito just looking for players to clear. Dorian Reigns just been held in there, gives him a moment, clears off out of it. On he goes here now. There's Tito. Tito goes with a thumping shot, deflects off the pony and falls there for Petit Louis. He couldn't get onto it. They're over the top of it. Nice backhand there by Vanul. Vanul's backhand there for Petit Louis. Petit Louis going goal bound here now. He leaves it now for Dorian. Dorian coming onto it. Dorian passes that one up to Petit Louis, and it looks like that one's gone through the goals. Great combination, good teamwork, good discipline. Taking the man, allowing the other player to get onto it and score the goal. You can see here he's going forward with it there. There's Dorian. Dorian now takes the man and leaves it for Petit Louis to try and put the ball in, but in fact in the end it was Dorian with a near side flicks that one in through the goals. So that's 2 goals there being scored by Dorian for PAC of France. 2-1 is the score. So ball back into play once again in the middle of the line out it is, looking to come off this one here. Dorian working like a Trojan in the front there, but coming off with that one there. Vanul tried to, she got hooked off out of it, and finally it comes up here now for the long driving shot there by Tito, looking to get that one up there for Pandy. Pandy up on the move, in the mid, centering this one up here now. Goes with that again, gets ridden off out of it on this occasion. The first bell goes, and it's going to be Vanul to come and clear up the pieces and clear that one away from the danger zone out towards the boards. First to come onto this one here is going to be Petit Louis cancelling out Tito, and it is now Bolto on the ball once again. Looking to get away there from his man, but he's been pressurising, being pushed there by Pandy all the time. Comes off the pony and picks it up here now. There's Petit Louis. Petit Louis comes onto that line, drives this one up here now, but coming across there to try and intercept that play was Tito, but not to be, and we have a whistle blown. So that there, ladies and gentlemen, you can see on the replay, he got driven up the field and just tried to come, and he was coming too far across at the angle across Petit Louis Garage, and will end Chukka number 1 with the score being 2 goals is to PAC of France. 1 goal is to Korea. So coming back out on the field here to get chucker number 2 underway. It is 2 to back of France, 1 to Korea. And out here in this chucker, David will be out on Apreciada, coming out. So there you have the replay just there of the end of that chucker, and you can see where he just came across the front of Petit Luis, and this ball's being moved up to the halfway line for a penalty in favour of Pack of France. And as I was saying, Ben Kim will be coming out here on Sonobla, Tito to come out here on Bala, Pandy to come out on Muñeca, Elena for Pack of France will be coming out here on Viciosa, Dorian on Tigre, Petit Luis on Rachel, and Julien to come out on Coquetera. And circling around on Coquetera there is Julien Rain. Julien comes forward here now. Julien taps it up here. Up comes Tito to make him force and bait that play. Does so. Looks to spread this team here now. Out towards the side. And going to pick that one up is Pandy. Pandy up on the play here now. Takes it deep in his own territory. Gets away there from the hook of Elena, but she eventually gets the backhand in. The backhand goes in towards the middle of the field. And it's going to be picked up by Pandy once more. Pandy up the field he comes here now. Pandy once more, this time goes for the big shot, couldn't quite get what he was looking for out of that one there, but managed to regain possession, stick side, back onto his near side, and the big fella goes up the field on the far side there, and he has, Dorian goes forward, so he has Petit Luis with him there, Petit Luis trying to go there with Pandy. Pandy gives him the slip on that one there. He goes in between the next two players here. Does Pandy, as I say, he's got some flyers, but Julien manages to talk him off out of it and picking it up and changes the direction. Play there was Petit Luis with the backhand, comes in by Dorian to set it up as Petit Luis got a little bit untidy on the turn, but he's back onto that play quickly, drives that ball up quickly now, up for Elena, but first to surface on it is going to be Pandy. Takes it deeper into his own territory. I told her he had some flyers from one end of the field to the other. He's covering ground, just going deeper and deeper down, wants to bring Elena in onto the play, does so, flicks it round. Julien Rain just going to have to yield off him, but in the meantime that allows Petit Luis to get into this play here now. Petit Luis sends the backhand back in the throes of things, gets half stopped the play there, nicely there by David Bing, comes in onto it here, picks it up there, does. Tito is going to do. Tito on the play. Tito comes forward here now. Tito opens that shoulder and drives that one up and in towards the middle of the field. It is now there for Tito, looking there for David out the front. David out the front there, he gets taken out there by Julien Rain, but it's picked up by Pandy once more. Pandy coming forward, in comes Elena, steals that one, pinches his pocket, takes it out from underneath his nose and out towards the balls it comes. She comes in onto that one there, but she gets a good bump and a ride off by Pandy, who comes away with the spoils here and goes goal bound on this one here now. It's Pandy going goal bound, he wants this. Julien has a difference of opinion, so does Elena. It's just left short of the goal and it just goes wide. So a good attack there by the Koreans. A good view of the crowd, of course, but the ball will be placed on the back line here now for Julien Rain to bring into play. Julien brings it in. Just cuts this one out here now for Dorian. Dorian on the play. Under the neck he comes with that one. Looking there for Petit Luis. Petit Luis comes away with this one here. Petit Luis avoiding the hook there from David. Looks over his shoulder to make sure he isn't in reach again, goes up for once again. There's Petit Luis looking to stick a ball. And he's over the top of that one there, flicked out to the side there a little bit there by David. Clearing it now is going to be Pandy on the turning play. Pandy deep down in his own corner here now. Onto him there comes Luis. He's going to have to, he pulls that ball away from him, comes back inside. Tries to come back and turn away from it, but he's just been stopped in his play, yields off it, leaves it now for Tito. Elena comes in there with Tito. Tito just pushes it, so Elena can't come onto it. Comes away from Elena here now. Keeps this ball moving forward. He knows she's there. Gets the shot off and drives this one up the field here now. A good shot there by Tito, looking to send this one up here for Bing Kim. Bing Kim picks this one up nicely, but unfortunately he gets a whistle blown on him. I thought he had been away and got away with that one there. He seemed to be going away from the traffic, but it looks like we actually have an injury. And it looks like it's one of Dorian's ponies. Unfortunately, this is what the whistle has actually been blown for. As another player just came across in front of him. Off the play. And so we'll just make sure that pony's going to be looked after properly, as they are the most important thing, of course. And in the meantime, we'll have a few players leaving the field to go and change ponies. So in chucker number 2 we'd have Elena to get on to Sophie. Dorian was due to get onto Vista. Petit Luis was to get onto Torda. And Julian has a couple of options, Caracas being one and Potui being the other. Tito's options in chukka number 2 were to get onto West halfway through. And for Pandy, his choice was going to be Kryptonita. There you go, you see. Just coming back into screen in a moment, we will have Petit Luis coming on to Torda. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'd love to hear from you if you can. Follow us, of course, on Pololine OK on Instagram, Pololine Int on Facebook, at Pololine on Twitter, and, of course, on TikTok, at Pololine OK. So we just have a slight pause here, and you can see there Ben Kim going down to the pony lines to quickly change. And possibly to come out on Sonobla. And mounting up Ben Kim onto Sonobla. And thank you very much indeed for Rabbi Ahmed tuning in there from Brunei. Great to see you supporting Pololine. Thank you very much indeed. So back down there in the Korean camp. We're in chukka number 2, about halfway through it, and it's 2 goals scored by Paca France. 1 to be scored by Korea from the penalty. But in fact, it was actually from a corner after the first penalty was just plucked out the air by Dorian Bulto. A good view of some of the crowd here there. And there is Jules Legoba just walking off screen. I only normally recognise him, to be honest with you, when he's got his yellow helmet on. Which is nice to see, bright and very distinguishable indeed. So that pony will be taken off the field here now, and the vet will come to have a look at it to make sure that it gets the best possible treatment available to it. But of course, a lot of media here today covering this, the First Nations Cup. Being held here, of course, in Chantilly, just north of Paris. So, taking this opportunity here, of course, to some of the grounds staff here, thank you very much indeed. Doing a great job to keep these grounds in as best condition possible here now for this polo in Chantilly. And we just see David walking off the field there down to his camp in the bottom. Most of the players are still actually on the field. It looks like Tito's gone down to the tent, and he's down there at the moment. But it looks like we should be starting this off in the next couple of minutes now, ladies and gentlemen, as the players mounting back up again. PACA France are already on the field, ready and waiting. Min Kim is, as is Pandy. And just mounting back up again, there is Tito, making his way back out onto the field here now. So let's see what the umpires decide to do on this one here. It's more than likely to be a question of rolling the ball in from the inside out to get this started off once more here in Chukka number 2. Let's hope we don't have any more delays, and so the players and spectators can all keep the flow of things and keep it moving through. So 2 teams lined up here now. Umpires just having a quick little chat with them now, just to explain, and we'll have that throw-in coming in from the inside out. The umpire going back to pick the ball up where it was, and they'll throw it in for approximately where it was when the whistle blew. For Guillermo Villanueva to actually bowl this one back into play. Once more, the 2 teams will start to line up. And in fact, they're going to give a free ball here now. A free ball it'll be, in favour of Korea. So, Pandy to come round onto this one here once more. Pandy comes up. He drives, he shoots. It looks like it's going a little to the left. It gets flicked in there by Tito. Is it going to go all the way? It gets stopped on the line. It looks like it's gone wide. So wide it is, and the ball back on the line there for Julien Rein to bring into play once more for PACA France.
That's the sign that I saw.
Julien cuts this one out here now. Out towards the side, he comes onto this one here. Gets it up to Dorian. Dorian, first time play, looking to spread them here and just stretch these 2. And it is now going to be Petit Louis on Torda. Torda letting this little pony run, head down, runs like an absolute demon. A gem she is. Off he goes once more. Lovely platform to hit the ball off, and he straightens that one up towards goal. He taps that one. Does it carry all the way through? Just try to carry it. The backhand comes in there by Tito. Tito is going to send the backhand. The ball's left there for Julien Rein to come in from the back door and just put it away nicely. Great goal there for PACA France from one end to the other. A lovely run there by this cracking little mare there of Petit Louis. And the ball had just been saved by Tito. But unfortunately, for Korea, it was Julien coming through, taking his opportunity and making it 3-1 it is here in Chukka number 2. So back to line out, the ball gets bowled in, off the back of the line it comes. Dorian looking for that one there. Petit Louis wants on this one here now. Petit Louis, off he goes here, off he goes. He tries to pick it up there, does Dorian. Dorian picks it up once more, drives this one up forward here once again. Gets hooked off out of that one there, nicely there by Tito. But they're relentless, there's always another player coming back. Tito onto this one here, looking to shadow this one back, but coming back to try and make the play on it was Dorian, but it just goes wide. As you can see, the game plan here of PACA France, looking to try and spread the players and get the ball to do the work. Whereas the Koreans are going to have to try and just control it a little bit more. So from the back of the line out it is. Pandy picks it up, brings it forward. Petit Louis on there. Charisse just looking to see which way he's going to be going, and off he goes here now. Off on the move. gets himself away here now. Again, another beautiful running pony. Nice head low. In comes Julien. Julien trying to make the best of that one. Couldn't get the best of him. Ball goes up high. Couldn't pick the bouncing ball up. Who will be next to pick it up? It is Jarry. Sends the backhand. Backhand throws the thing. Who's going to first to surface onto this one here? And it's going to be Tito coming up onto it, but stealing it away there on the near side is Elena. Elena couldn't get the next one off, and it's going to be David. Gets told to leave it. Oh, and it's going to be Dorian comes in onto it and sends a nice little tidy backhand out there for Jarry. Jarry cuts this one in. Petit Louis sends that one in towards the goal, but it just goes wide to the left-hand side. They're peppering this goal mouth here now. And 3 goals it is to PACA of France, 1 goal to Korea. And once more, this ball is sitting on that back line there for Pandy to bring in. Pandy taps it up forward. Brings it up now nice and calmly, and it's going to be sent out here now for Tito. Tito goes with a shot, finds a man underneath him, keeps possession, finds another man underneath him, comes back round onto that one there, but Pandy comes and picks this one away. Pandy played the advantage, comes forward once again. Pandy takes the bouncing ball. Pandy up again onto his near side, couldn't quite pick that one up. Dave tries to pick that one up, but the backhand comes in there by Dorian, and first to surface onto this one. Looks like it is going to be Tito and Petit Louis. Tito comes up with the spoils out of that one there. Tito waits for Petit Louis just to move off out of the way. Keeps his ball moving forward. This time goes with a shot, goes up, didn't get the distance he was looking for on that one. Nice backhand there by Petit Louis, but it's going to be picked up and well read there by Tito. Tito's ball gets told to leave it there. There's been Kim, but he comes in to give some helping support once again there. Tito working hard. He has Petit Louis and Grijns in there with him. Has to come round the other way if he can. He's got Pandy coming in behind to give him a bit of support. There goes on his near side. He was going round and round in the roundabout, almost enough to get dizzy. But coming on to his Ben Kim, we get a whistle on the play as Dorian comes in with that hook. And then we're going to have a free change here now, ladies and gentlemen. Been over halfway through this chukker. And no, actually that is a full chukker, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't quite hear the bell on that one there. So we'll end chukker number 2 with the score being 3 goals is to PACA of France, 1 to Korea. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here now with Santiago Pandy. And after just winning the second semi-final, going through to the finals against PACA of France on Sunday, a great game, well done, had to work really hard indeed. Of course, it's great to play with Tito, but tell me a little bit more about David and the other boys. They played so well today, they've improved so much during this tournament.
Yeah, I'm really happy for them because they are improving day by day. Today, all of them help us a lot. David scored 2 golazos when we was a bit complicated. The game was not easy for us, and he scored twice. So I'm so happy for them because it's not easy to reach the final. And yes, as you say, with Tito it's easier also. He's a fucking machine.
He's an absolute machine. It's great to have Tito, but the other thing with what I found you've done with the boys, you've made them go forward and make use of your big hit, which makes a lot. But so many times today, you said about Tito, I mean, he will play a shot, he'll come onto it, and it looks like it almost hasn't even looked to see where it goes, and he knows where you are. Have you played much together?
No, it's the first time, but as I told you, it's easy because he knows everything in the field. It's easy to play with him because he have all the control of the game. He make you play well. He help us as a team. And I think he make a big difference when he have his mind. He make a big difference. He's so well mounted, and luckily, yes, he help us a lot to improve day by day.
Découvre Pavillon Chantilly, hôtel 4 étoiles à seulement 40 minutes de Paris, idéal pour vos week-ends à la campagne ou vos événements d'entreprise. Le Grand Pavillon Chantilly se situe à 5 minutes de Chantilly et propose une offre de restauration, un spa de 1200 m² et un kids club pour les petits. Venez vous déconnecter loin de l'agitation urbaine.
Welcome back here now to Chantilly, France for the Nations Cup final. To our Polo Line viewers, and just mounting up there is Petit Louis. Just getting off Torda. And looking to get onto in chukker number 3, onto Harry. Elena to start the chucker on Willie. Torda this time for Dorian. And Sass for Julien. And in chucker 3 we'll have Jerry coming out on Casaria. And Cautiva for Kim. Tito to start off on Mia, this lovely little chestnut mare with the white face, gets a lot of work done. And Pandy on Kachura, or rather Kuchara. So the two teams line up here with the rolling from the inside out there on umpire Villanueva. You see Dorian coming out here now on Tordo rather. So ball bowled into play. Into play it is. Comes away with it. There's Dorian and off he goes here now. But going back with him there is Tito. Torda got the measure there of Mia. Goes wide out on that one there. Looking to centre this one in here now. Checks up. Settles over it. Looks to go for the big neck shot. Overshoots that one there. But doesn't get quite enough on that to find the goal. Just checks up on it. Try and keep control. Takes the hook there from Vanu. Comes away with the play here now. Does Tito. Tito on the move, sends this one up forward. He's got Bing Kim in front. He'd love to get to a player and take a player off out of the play. And he just brings it up forward here now. Just settles on it slightly and sends it out there. And can Pandy get to this one first? Pandy up onto the ball now here. He leaves it now for Tito. Tito settles down the play once more. Looks down to see where the goals is. Just has to go back to recover the ball on this occasion here now. Just gets a little bit of help there from his teammates as the ball comes a little bit wide once again. He has to make the circle once more, and he's got Petit Louis there with him. Looks up to see where he's going to send this one. Needs a bit of a clear view. Petit Louis just lose off that one. Sends that one up into the danger zone. Pandy's in front of it. Pandy. Can he stick and ball this one away through the goals? And a great well-linked goal there between Tito Ruiz-Guiñazú and Pandy. Pandy Irastosa work well with each other. Those two did on this occasion. You see, managed to bypass everyone and get that one all the way up to the front door. They do link well with each other. The interview just previous you saw, he doesn't actually play that much with him, but he says he finds it so good to play with. He's such a talented player. Well, both of them are, but Tito keeps it nice and simple. So 3-2 is the score in favour of Paca France here in chucker number 3. So Guillermo Villanueva bowls that ball into play. Looking to set it up for Petit Louis. Petit Louis sends a backhand, looking to change the direction of play, but didn't quite get as much onto his light. Picked up here there by Pandy. Pandy gets his play spoilt. Coming in onto that one there, and just going to have to yield off it. He was trying to get out of the way. There was Jerry, but unfortunately Rains coming in behind. You see Julien coming in there on that. And so this now will get moved up to a penalty 4 in favour of France Paca. You see a good shot there of Julien coming back to quickly change ponies. And he has a fairly vague sort of a list, does Julien. He has his main 3 and then he has spares on the outside and keeps repeating as necessary. So we have here now Petit Louis coming round onto this one here now. Petit Louis on Harry. Goes up to it, he strikes that one beautifully and up through the goals it goes, but no, it goes wide out to the right hand side. So the score remains the same, 3 goals it is here now to Paca France and 2 goals to Korea, and the ball back in possession of Korea and Pandy. Pandy brings this ball out wide here now. Pandy going to be marked there by Petit Louis. Tito coming back round, circling, goes on the run here this time, does so, evading the attention of the other players, goes up onto this one here now. Tito sends that one forward, looking there for Bing Kim, but it sort of gets half cut out of the play, just falls short of Bing Kim, tries to pick it up, can't do so. Backhand by Dorian, sent up there and trying to swoop onto that one there was Petit Louis, but too quick was Tito Ruiz on Mia. You see the backhand there. He tries to swoop onto it, but look at the speed of Tito Ruiz on Little Mia. So the ball's placed down the halfway line here now for Pandy. Pandy taps it, looks to make a run of this one here. He's got the players just caught on the hop a little bit, but quickly coming across to on the play now. He looks to see where Tito is. Gets intercepted there by Dorian. Couldn't take it any further. It's now picked up once again here there by Tito. Tito takes the hook, keeps control of the ball. Coming onto it now, looking for a little bit of something. Dorian realised he has to just scurry out of the way on that one there. Comes in behind him. Gets a lot of work done on this little mare by the name of Mia. Sends that one up the front door there for Bing Kim. Bing Kim comes onto this here. The hook comes in by Julien. They're over the top of it, cancelling each other out. And it's going to be Petit Louis to come onto it once again. Petit Louis coming back there with Tito Ruiz. Tito and Petit Louis looks to possibly cancel each other out. No, but it's Petit Louis. He comes up with the spoils here now. Petit Louis comes away with it there. There's Tito. He lets him have the first play. Pulls that one away nicely around the corner there. Very apt little pony it is indeed. And it's going to be Tito. Under the neck he goes with that one there. Looking there to try and come back onto his own line. But the first to be onto it, servicing first, there will be Julien Range. Yeah, Julien Range. Backhand goes up there for Petit Louis. Petit Louis looks to try and stretch it out here now, and he does, and he goes up hard onto it. But first, looking like he's going to come onto this one, is going to be Pandy. Takes it deeper into his own territory, looking to keep control of it, looking for something out of this one here. It is Petit Louis. He's going to check up, tries to come back inside, does so. Pandy looks for Tito to come in behind, looking to steal that one out of there, and just told to warn off it there. I think it would have been, it was by Petit Louis, and the ball, Petit Louis, the ball gets sent up a little bit further there by Tito, but back into the scrum as the thick of the thing it is once again for Petit Louis, and finally we get a whistle on that play. You see the ball, Petit Louis comes back onto this one here now. Oh, and Dorian just coming in with a little bit of tenacity, as it were to say, there into Tito. And we have a few of the players quickly opting to change. And it looks like we'll have Petit Louis to get on to Chantelis. Dorian possibly change onto Claret. The umpire's just discussing this one here now. And I'd say by the force that he went into it on that one there, he's going to have a word or two and move this one up the field. They're just standing off the play at the moment. Still discussing this with the third man, Rafa Silva. Elena coming out on Fox. And Tito, I can't quite see if he stayed on me or if he's actually getting on to Vino Tinto again. And Pandy's scheduled to change on to Salilou. And you can see here now on the replay where the line is. He tries to come into him and gives him a fair old shunt there. And we have a yellow card given out there for that there. So a yellow card has been given to Dorian Bulto. And so how far will they keep moving this one here now? They've come up to the halfway line and dropping that ball. Ooh, taking it further down. Umpires, rightly so. Safety is what the rules of polo are set up for first. Safety of horse, then player. And the ball now this time gets dropped down quite vehemently there by Villanueva for a short penalty here now, giving Korea an opportunity to try and level their scores up. So Dorian is just cantering back into his safe zone. And Pandy Stossa just teeing this one up here now. Just going to cant around onto this one for a 40-yard penalty. Penalty 3. Settles that pony nicely. He drives, he shoots. They're not going to touch that one. It's straight over the top and it's straight through the middle, levelling up the scores here now for Korea. It is Pandy, Santiago Iristoza on Sally Lou. So all the threes on the doors there now. 3 goals apiece it is. Just under 3 minutes left to play here in this chukker before we go into the half time. So the two teams just lining up on that one there. Villanueva bowls the ball in. Rain comes off the back. No, he leaves it there for Petit Louis. Petit Louis sends that one forward. He's been marked hard there by Tito. He gets away from Tito on this one here. Let's see who's got the legs and let's see who can run through this one here now. Sends that ball up forward here. Gets back onto his own play. Sends a cracking shot in towards goal. In towards the goals. And couldn't get onto that one. Kuvinu. And it just goes wide. At pace from a long distance. Great effort, but unfortunately just falling short of the goal mouth itself. So the ball's there on the back line once again. This time Tito to bring it in. Tito sends Pandy forward. Tito taps it up. Goes open with it here now. Up a little bit straighter than possibly he might have been thinking of. Trying to get onto that one is going to be Bing Kim. Spoils the backhand there of Elena Vanu, but it still travels a bit of distance. Quickly turning round onto that one there and taking possession once again is Tito. Very clever play. Comes off the pony, just kicks it. Goes back to collect it once more. Does Tito Rizquinzu. Tito, great lofted drive up the field here now, looking out there for Jerry Kwat on the move here now in his Guns N' Roses helmet. So he's a little bit further forward and the white helmet of Bing Kim comes and picks it up. Nice play by him, turning around the corner but couldn't quite take it any further up. It's picked up by Julien Rain once again. Julien sends this one into the middle of the field once more, looking there for Petit Lou, but we have a whistle on the play. And you can see we've got a bit of a meet there and the players coming across in front to try and meet it just interfered with the play, so we have a penalty going to be given here now for France Packer, being taken up almost definitely up to the 60-yard line, but will they take it further? And it is dropped down there for a penalty, for a 60-yard penalty. So Korea, having just levelled up the scores here now at 3 goals apiece, have to retire back for France Packer to have an attempt at goal here now. And it's going to be once again Petit Louis Jarige to come onto this one here now. Petit Louis turns up onto the play here now. Pony just a little unkind on him, so he's decided to bring it down to the walk, showing his maturity there. Comes up onto it, he drives, he shoots, it's high, it looks pretty straight, but has it gone wide? Yes, it did, out towards the right hand side. So just a let off there and a sigh of relief as Korea breathe once more, and a sigh of disappointment there unfortunately for France Packer. So towards the dying minute of this chukker here now, Pandy brings it in this time. Pandy gets up to try and beat his man, gets it stolen off him there by Petit Louis. Petit Louis straightens up towards goal. He drives this one from a distance, but unfortunately it looks like that one has collected Pandy on his way through. On the side of the head it looks like. Let's hope he hasn't caught him under the eyeball. Let's see on that replay there. Jacks up, goes for it, drives that one up. No, just cops him underneath the brim of the helmet. So the umpires will just discuss this one here now. And we have 40 seconds left here in this chukker here. As the umpires just discuss it, you drive it into a horse that hard, it's a fairly severe penalty. I said the rules were set up for safety of horse and player first, but certainly the player needs to be taken into account in this situation. And so they're all milling around the umpires there now. And it looks like we're going to get a throw in. Just shows the importance of the horses over players. Just lining up here now to bowl this ball back into play. Very close to this Korean goal, looking to clear this one away. Who's going to come off the line out? They've been very strong indeed of Packer France. It's going to be Petit Louis coming away with it here now. He's hooked off out of it. Tries to scoop that one back there for Dorian. Now comes Julien. Julien tries to work his way through the traffic. And we get another whistle on the play. the other angle here now and see if we can see a bit more. Tries to come in on it, and maybe someone was standing over the top of the ball. And it seems like we have a penalty, a short penalty here now in favour of Franz Packer. And there's a picture there up the far end of the field of David, who will be coming back on for the next chukker. So the ball sat down there for a short penalty in favour of Franz Packer. For a penalty 2. 30-yard penalty. Walking up to it is Petit Jarish. Comes up to it, strokes it, and through the goals it is, taking them back out into the lead once more. 4 goals it is to Franz Packer. 3 goals to Korea. So the players try to make their way back towards the middle of the field. But here we could just fall short. Right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that there will call chukker and will go into half-time here now, ladies and gentlemen, with the score being 4 goals it is to Franz Packer, 3 goals to Korea. And whilst the players leave to change ponies, we'll go into a few messages and adverts from Polo Line.
Playing with Tito is really a pleasure every time. He drives you among the fields and you always feel that you have somebody behind, and he always brings the best and buena onda, and it's always very fun. And I hope that he enjoys playing with me. Sometimes I can help, sometimes I'm useless, but I'm trying my best.
I pick Elena by this time because well, we have the option to play with a 1-goaler, and as soon I have that gap, I think well, I play most of the year in France, so I know very well players in France, and I in that moment I thought she was the best option, and I was right. We had a really good team. The combination was very good. Heather, he's playing amazing also. I think the team did very well.
I don't think I will see much of Tito.
Away from me.
No, I'm just gonna look at Tito and fuck Tito. No, but I don't think I'm gonna be the problem for Tito. He managed on his own to escape anything.
Hope is 10-5 to me, but
maybe 6-5 for us, something like that. Tough until the end, that's for sure.
They say your eyes flash like lightning, so sweet and all-seeing, that your smile is like 100 full autumnal moons. Your skin golden, and your victory is endless. You magnetize everything without exception, and are praised even by the Gandharvas. You dance, right knee bent and left extended. Your brow wrinkling, you stun all thinking. You shine with limitless joy, freeing all hardship. You wear the new moon as a tiara, dancing, spinning. You strike the earth's surface. Peaceful you are, liberation. Immersed in deep rapture, you're the bold dancing lady. You hold in your hand your joy and contentment, with lustrous sparkling eyes. Aren't you the one who brings peace?
So welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the crowd out there on the field, treading in the divots, and we have the chukker by chukker so far for the first half. The first 3 chukkers of this 5 chukker match. Pack of France, 2 goals to 1 there at the end of chukker number 1. At the end of chukker 2, they scored 1 more to Pack of France, unanswered by Korea. But in the 3rd chukker, 1 more consistently scored by Pack of France, but 2 were scored there by Korea, taking the score 4 goals to 3 to go into the second half of this match. As the crowd starts to leave the field after stretching their legs and treading in a few divots, as the teams start to come back out onto the field, we'll just quickly go through the stats. Pack of France 4, Korea 3. 3 goals scored by Pack of France from the field. Korea having scored just the 1. Throw-ins 8-1. See Pack of France coming off very strong indeed in these throw-ins. Fouls 4-5, 5 against Korea. Penalties 1 from 3 for Packer and 1 from 2 for Korea. Safeties none there for Packer and 1 from 2 for Korea, and 1 yellow card given out there to Dorian Bulto. And the players start to make their way out onto the field, and for this chukker here, Korea will have David Cole coming back out again, and David will be coming out on Mimita. And we'll have Ben Kim will be coming out on Tercio. And Santiago Pandi, well, we're not quite sure because I didn't get all of his horse list due to the delay. Unfortunately coming on, so I'm sure he'll just be recycling those ponies round once more. And for Tito, coming out on Peter Fina for the start of this chukker. And for Pack of France, Fifi for Elena. Dorian will repeat what he had before, no doubt coming back out on Dolly again. Petit Louis coming out on Hot. And Julian, he'll be making his mind up in the pony lines. So teams coming back out as the players just come back out onto the field, and the spectators just come off the field from doing that great job of their tread in. You can see there the orangery with the hospitality there, all having had a great lunch and enjoying this wonderful day here for the First Nations Cup here in Chantilly, France. Coming back out there, you see Bing Kim. He's coming out there. You see the picture there of Dorian coming out here as well. There's Bin Kim and Pandy along there with David and Elena, and they'll come over to this side here to start this match off again with a roll-in on Gaston Lucero. So 2 teams will just organise themselves, just giving Tito a bit of a hurry up. There are the umpires. Oh no, sorry, apologies. That there is Pandy coming back to join them here now. Tito's already in that line out. So nobody really managing to get dominance of this game so far. Only the 1 goal is the difference. So line the 2 teams up here now. Gaston Lucero looking for a vague resemblance of a gap as the teams organise themselves and get themselves into that line out. Ball into play. Comes to the 3. Dorian gets a sniff of that one there, but it's going to be Tito, sends the backhand, looking to send that one up forward there for David, but first to surface up on it, it's going to be Petit Louis. Petit Louis checks up on the play, turns it away there from David. Petit Louis drives that one up, drives that one straight into the horse, and we get a whistle on the play. Drives that straight into the horse there of Tito. He picked the ball up and came away there from David, and in doing so went to go under the neck with that one there, but unfortunately for him, He hit that ball straight into the back of Tito's pony. Pitufina. And the ball's just been dropped down there for a penalty from the spot, for a penalty 5 in favour of Korea, being teed up by Pandy. And just having a quick chat there with Tito. So Santiago Urstosa circles round up onto this one here. Just a short up on this one. And you got Tito, he's gone off on the run here, gives that ball a ride, right up there out the front door, trying to get that one up to there. But it's David comes onto this first. David comes in, keeps that one away, coming onto it quickly there. Once again, it's going to be Tito, but we get a whistle on the play. You can see David trying to just keep that ball in play, did so, played the backhand, but coming across in front of the Pack of France player. Petit Louis, we end up having a penalty being given to them from the halfway line. For a midfield penalty, a penalty 5B. Being teed up by Julien Rain. Julien circling round, going back 30 yards, jostling for a little bit of position there. And you can see, you can't see, but off the play you've got Julien bringing it in here now. Julien brings it in. Julien sends that one up here now, trying to get that one up there for Petit Louis. Petit Louis, the backhand comes in there, strong by Tito, but it's left once again. But Pandy picks up the piece here now. Going back with him there is Elena Vanu. First to surface up on it once more is going to be Tito. Tito pulls that ball back away from the players and then goes forward once again. Gets blocked in his way. Recovers play once again. Working on him well there, just keeping him hemmed in there was Petit Louis, but now he's going to be sent up here this time for Pandy. Pandy tries to come onto that one there, but it's stolen away from there by Julien. Julien takes it forward, sends a little backhand. First onto this one here, trying to get onto it. A little backhand once again comes in there, trying to set it up there for Dorian. Dorian up on the loose here now. Dorian's got the pace. Can he get this one through the goal? All the way he goes. It's going to be Dorian. Dorian puts it away and through the goals it is. Taking the score now. 5 goals it is to France Packer. 3 goals it is to Korea. Quick change of play there on that backhand, setting up Dorian. Going back with him to put the pressure on. Mandy, but couldn't get in touch with him, so back to the middle of the field it is once more for Gaston Lucero to bowl this ball in. As you just see a good view there of Dorian. Ball back into play. In the middle of the line out there, coming away with that is once again, Pandy sends it forward. Dorian sends it through the traffic once more. First to surface on this one here, trying to get up onto it. There, timed beautifully the ride off there by Tito. Tito being hammered and being pressurised there by Petit Louis once again. Brings it forward. Keeps this ball moving forward here now. Yields off it. Leaves it there for Pandy. Pandy makes a tap on that one there. Elavou waiting for him. Drives that one up and sends that one up forward. Can he get that one up all the way up forward? But the backhand comes in. The back door's closed once again beautifully there by Julien. It's picked up and sweeping onto it there is Petit Louis. Petit Louis Jarige got under the neck once more. Looking to spread the team. Sending it up there for Elena Vinu. Vinu gets a nice shot onto that one there, straightens it up, but coming back to put the pressure on once again. It is Bandy coming in on the shot there, but it looks like that one's gone all the way and through the goals. They've put their impression on this chucker in chucker number 4 at the start of it with 2 quick goals. A great goal scored there by Elena Vinu, and the driving shot trying to get back, but it was all too little too late, couldn't get back in time. They just spread them too much there. Had Pack of France for the Koreans to come back on defence. So 6 goals it is to 3 as they line up here in chucker number 4. Ball gets bowled into play it is. Struggling come off with that one there is Julien. Julien comes away with it here now. Julien coming off the line out, goes to the shot, couldn't quite pick up the bouncing ball. Little neck shot there by Tito, sends it out, but to be picked up by Jarige. Jarige comes away there from David. Jarige once more. Petit Louis Jarige once again tapping the ball up in the air and getting it away. Gets ridden off out of it over the top of that one there, but there's always support in behind there for this Pack of France team, and they come forward once again, and it is taking up the mantle again. It's going to be Julien, stick side, near side, gets ridden off out of it, and it's cleared away there from the danger zone beautifully there by Tito. Tito coming away with it here. Julien tries to get on top of that one there on the near side, tries to spoil his play, does so. We panic to come away, we get a whistle on the play. There's always an extra player just trying to come in and cause trouble. You see coming in onto that one there. Petit Louis does. Dorian comes in and just trying to come away with that one there is Santiago Irastoza, but unfortunately he got picked up on the line there by Dorian, and we'll have a penalty. And we just see there as Julien quickly hops from one pony to the next. And we also have Elena quickly changing back onto Samba. So the ball possibly going to be dropped down on the 60-yard line by the umpires for a penalty in favour of Franz Packer, looking to extend their lead further. And for our viewers on Polo Line Clanova, the rehydration tablet, very important to get the right minerals in. It's not just about drinking water. It's just drinking water just flushes everything even further out of the system. So Petit Louis Jarish onto the play here now. Just a couple of practice swings there. Change has gone on all through the players for the 60-yard penalty. A penalty for players called. Petit Louis Jarish. Petit Louis canters up to this one here now. Comes in, he strikes it, it's looking good, but is it going straight enough? It just goes wide, wide it is, out to the right hand side. So a sigh of relief for Korea, anguish there for Packer France as Petit Louis changing. They're back into play once again, not wanting to waste any time. Trying to take advantage of this one here. Goes with the big shot there. Does Pandya looking to drive that one up there for Tito. But first to service up onto it is going to be the backhand. Oh, Julien Rein sent it a little bit further there by Dorian. Dorian looking to get back onto his own backhand. But it looks like he's just impeded the player coming onto it. And that player once again is Tito Ruiz. Ruiz Guinness just reads the play so well. You see the backhand tries to come back onto it. And it looks like we have a spot penalty here now in favour of Korea, being teed up there by Pandy. Santiago Irastoza already won one match today in the Paris Open. Can he put another one under his belt? 3 goals adrift at the moment. Pandy taps it forward, ball just bobbling, so he just paused a little bit on that one. Just waiting for him there is Jarish. Jarish yields off, he sends a shot out forward, looking there for a weighted pass to get that one up there for Tito. Tito tries to come onto that play, but that ball just hops out over the boards, so the ball will be dropped down here for a free ball in favour of Franz Packer. Julien Rein brings that one into play here once again. Sends this one up the front door, looking for Jarish. Jarish once again. Jarish on the move. Takes the ball in the air. Takes it. Tries to take it again in the air. Couldn't quite take it any further. Who's going to be first onto this one here? It looks like it's going to be Tito. Tito flicks that one away onto his near side. Gets a bit of a bump and a shove from in behind, but he managed to keep control of the play and take it round out towards the boards once more. Setting up the play into attack on his near side. Once again, the ball just scoops up into the air and shows a little bit too much of that one, and out over the boards it goes once more. So again, but further up the field, it's going to be a drop ball in favour of Packer France and Julien Rein. Julien brings this one in towards the middle of the field, closing the angle down a bit, keeps it moving forward, has the option to do so this time. He goes with a weighted pass, looks to send that one up here, but it's going to be picked up here by Julien, back onto his own play once again, gets away from Pandy on that one there, but Pandy's in hot pursuit, comes in, tries to pull the backhand, couldn't do so. The ball's there. Who's be first round onto it? On that near side play comes Tito Ruiz Guinness, but have a guess who's round quickly and first onto their line there. It was the one and only Petit Louis Jarish on Torda. His little grey mare. She runs well, she runs fast, she runs hard, and quickly changing down that bottom end once again, it is Julien Rein as the ball's teed up here now for a short penalty. A penalty 3 in favour of Franz Packer. Here in chukker number 4. 6 goals it is to 3 at the moment, with just a minute and a half on the clock. A minute until the first bell goes. Tito ambling back, disgruntled, back to his behind the line. And so play will be called, and it'll be Petit-Louis Jarige to come up onto this one here. Petit-Louis Jarige, she strikes it beautifully, doesn't make any mistakes whatsoever, and through the goals it is, taking the score now. 7 goals it is to France Packer, 3 goals it is to Korea. And so back to the middle of the field it is once more. We still have another full chukker left to go, and just under a minute to play. Will they get it back into play? This is the question. Lucero just lines the two teams up, looking to get this ball in. Gaston Lucero bowls that ball into play. Into play it is. Front line out. Skews off the back here now. Backhand by Petit-Louis. Just skews off the pony in first round. Up onto it. Is back onto his own ball once again. Is Jarige. Jarige on the move here now on Torda. He gets away there from Tito. He's running this ball towards the goal here now. Is Jarige. Jarige. He's tapping this ball beautifully. Great stick work there by Jarige. Up in there it comes. Near side. Couldn't quite pick it up. Backhand comes in. Leaves out and behind. Just now picked up here once again. This time couldn't get hold of that one, could Pandy, but it's cleared away by Tito. Tito just has to get away there from Dorian, who's just obstructing his way slightly, and the ball comes away out towards the side, and it's going to be Petit-Louis Jarige comes in, but he gets that one stolen off him. The first bell goes, and coming at pace through the pack there was Pandy. Backhand by Dorian, sends it back outside again for Julien. Julien and Tito come together on the play on the far side here now. It is Julien Reigns. Julien at pace here now on this lovely dark brown mare with a white face, comes round the corner here. Bouncing ball, can he control this one? Can he control it? And it looks like it's just gone wide, just ran out of space. So difficult to control that ball whilst it's up in the air and bouncing like that. But great play there by France Packer. And at the end of chukker number 4, it is 7 goals in favour of France Packer, 3 goals to Korea. And now we'll go to a few messages and adverts from Pololine. Welcome back to all our Pololine viewers here to Chantilly, France for the 5th and final chukker of the Nations Cup, or scheduled to be the 5th and final chukker it is. With the score being 7 goals it is to France Packer, 3 goals to Korea. We have our chukker by chukker there. Thank you very much indeed. Packer France, the end of chukker number 1 was 2-1 over Korea. Scored 1 more goal unanswered by Korea, 3-1. At the end of chukker number 3, it was just 1 more goal scored there by Packer and 2 by Korea coming back into this game. But at the end of chukker number 4, unable to score in that chukker with Korea, but 3 goals scored there by Packer France, taking the score 7 goals to 3, going into the 5th and possibly final chukker. So you just see there coming out, you just saw Julien Reigns and Elena were together, but the ball's placed down there on the back line with Korea in possession, looking to make an attack from their own back line. Tito standing over that one there. And there's Dorian coming back out, scored some great goals here today as Dorian Bulto. Goal judge just putting his helmet back on again after doing a little bit of repair work to the field. Multitasking as always. So just waiting for Dorian to get back and then play will be called. So to bring it back in here now, it is Correa on the play. Tito brings it forward here now. Taps it up forward. Sorry, no, that is actually Pandy just coming up to try and meet that one. A couple of them coming around the front of it. Julien comes around the front, hooks the player off out of it, having come around the front, and it's going to be Julien to pick it up here once again. Julien Reigns. Julien comes forward here now and towards. He gets blocked in his play. Couldn't get onto it. Good play there by David, who takes him off out of the play on that occasion. In fact, I think it was quack. But we get a whistle on the play. It looks like we have a penalty now in favour of Correa. So Correa will bring this back into play once more. Sent up here, sent forward there, trying to find that one out there, but it's picked up here by Julien. Julien takes it deeper down to his own territory, looking for an angle. Does David. David comes in, trying to steal that one away from him, causing some discombobulation and confusion. Elena comes in, threads that one through the traffic once again on the backhand. Great play by her, setting it up here now for Julien. Coming back there, it is Jerry. Jerry comes onto it and he can't quite get to it in time, as it is going to be Julien Reigns to put another one on the board there, running that ball beautifully through the goal. You can just see on the replay. Great backhand there by Vinod, setting it up there for Julien. Making the score now 8 goals to 3 it is. The players come back to the middle of the field with Elena back on Balco. Rachel there for Petit Louis. Pick out what I can. We also had David out there on Julieta, one of his own mains, Julieta. And the ball back into play once again. Try and get that one off the back of the line out there. Couldn't quite get it cleanly, and it's going to be Dorian. Gets hooked off out of it, but he tries to get another bit of that one there. But Tito breaks away here now. Tito Ruiz Guinnessoo up on the move here now. Starting off on West here in this chucker. He's a long way free, and it looks like he's going to... Oh, and he tried to stick and ball that one, but didn't get it. The backhand weak there by Julien, but it's helped along its way there by Dorian. Being very strong indeed here in this game here today. Just yields off it there, does Jerry, leaving it now for Pandy. Pandy comes away there from Elena and also from Petit Louis. Jarige trying to come in, trying to get the hooking play. Keeps it moving forward there, up towards the goal, closer and closer. The backhand comes in by Petit Louis. Petit Louis looking to set it up here now for Vinod. Cuts that one out towards the boards, waiting for that ball to come off the boards and meet it once again. It is Elena, drives this one up here now. But back there is Tito. Tito keeps her wide off out of that one there and picks the ball up on the near side. Makes it look very easy indeed. Shows a little bit too much of that one there to Julien. Takes it forward, then sends the backhand, but first to surface on it is going to be Pandy. Santiago Estoza sends that one away. Tries to get away there from Petit Louis, but it comes off the pony. Looks for something out of that one there. There's Tito, very clever. Tito Rizguizu makes space for himself and drives this one up forward, trying to get that one up there for Jerry, but the backhand comes in. Beating him to the play was Petit Louis. Backhand by David, but it's going to be picked up now by... And we get a whistle on the play. Tito just getting a little bit passionate out there. You can see the backhand comes in. Couldn't pick it up, could Dorian. Settling on that play, looking for the backhand there was Tito. But Elena decides she's going to try and take that play away from him, but we get a whistle on the play. So once more, I'd like to thank Clenova for their kind support. A penalty 5 in favour of Correa to be taken by Pandy. Pandy takes this one up forward here now. Oh, he takes back onto his own play once again. Looks to run this one here. Looks to try and run this one up past Reese. Reese comes in, gets a bump and a ride off in that one there. Comes in at a bit of an odd angle. We get a whistle on the play. This could be a short penalty coming here now in favour of Correa. And in the meantime, the players using this opportunity, or the umpires have, you can see on the replay there, came in a little bit late. Both horses getting a bit of a wobble on there. So for the safety of the horses, that's definitely a foul, and a penalty here now to be given in favour of Correa. But the players just leave the field to change ponies. Ponies going down at the far end as Correa make their way back up to their tent on the far side there to go and pick up a spare pony here now. What have they got left in the tank? Tito hopefully going to come back out on Mia. And let's see what Pandy can come back out on here, possibly come back out on Kryptonita. So the umpire's just waiting, letting everybody cool down a little bit as well. There's a lot resting on this here now. It is 8-4, and we're halfway through this chukker. So from the far end there you see coming back out onto the field. As we go back down to the umpires once more. And Elena's due to change back onto Sophie. The throw off there for Petit Louis. David staying on his own. Julieta. And Muy Feliz there for Jerry. So Pandy's coming back down the field here now. And then they'll get given, and a yellow card has been given. So that's 2 yellow cards being given so far here in this match. The most that we've had so far. And you see as Pandy comes through, just unfortunately gets that wrong and just gives him a bump and shove and knocks the pony and gets a little bit unstable. So the ball there is now going to be thrown in it is, out the back of the line, out it comes, cancelling the penalty out, and it's going to be Petit Louis Jarish comes in onto it, looking to try and come into that and take out the spoils is Pandy, but in comes Dorian and we get a whistle once more. And this time it's will become a short penalty. And we can see comes in onto that one there, comes in, takes the ride, pulls it in, and just coming across the front after the line had been changed. Now in favour of Korea, being teed up by Pandy. Santiago Irastoza. Back there, a view there of anxious Grums. It's almost more nerve-wracking off the field than on the field. So it looks like we have here now the goals. It is a great goal there by Santiago Irastoza. You can see on the replay here as he comes up to this one nicely now. Comes up, strikes it well just inside that left-hand goal post and out of reach of the defenders. So back to the middle of the field it is now, and it's 5 goals it is to Korea. Sorry, 4 goals it is to Korea and 8 goals for Pack of France. So 4-8 it is, coming away with it here now, off the line out once again, Tito on the move here now, Tito in pursuit is Jarish, Tito onto his near side, takes the bouncing ball, skews off out towards the side, gets the backhand in, solid as ever there by Julien Reng, tumbling round onto that one there quickly is Elena Vinu getting away there from Pandy. She knows he's coming back at him, goes with the driving shot and tries to take that one under the neck, but unfortunately for her it goes wide and out over the boards it is. So the ball will be dropped down here. They won't be wanting to waste any time whatsoever. The ball goes down, players called, and it's going to be Pandy once again. Pandy drives this one up the front door, looking for David up the front door. Is that actually sent up once there, gets it stolen off him. The backhand comes in there by Dorian. First round onto it though. Back onto his own players, Pandy. Pandy coming across the back line, gets hooked off out of that one well, and it's cleared away from the danger zone once again. Looking to come onto it is going to be Elena on that near side, just pulled away from her there by Tito. Tito checks up, he knows he's got a swarm of blue shirts coming in behind in the form of Rain. Goes there with him, keeps his ball moving forward, keeps it going. He's got Dorian in front, he's tapping this ball, trying to work his way through the traffic, and he flicks that one through. A beautiful, classy goal there by Tito Ruizginzu. Taking the score now, 5-8 it is. 2 quick goals in succession there for Korea. And back to the middle of the field it is. And lovely goal there, well worked there by Tito. If there's anybody up to the task, it is him. So back to the middle it is once more, just waiting for the players to get themselves half-pie organised. And this ball will get bowled into play there by Gaston Lestero. And we have Jarish back. Dorian coming back here now. Ball into play. Into play it is, off the front of the line out there comes Pandy once again. Pandy over the top of this one here now, trying to come onto that one there. The ball comes off at an angle and we get a whistle on the play. And it's going to be a spot penalty here now in favour of Franz Packer, to be taken there by Julien Rein. You can see on the replay the angle had changed and Julien got himself established on that line. Unfortunately, David finding himself in a little bit of no man's land and couldn't get out of there. Had no chance at all, so the ball just gets passed up here now from Julien up to Dorian. Dorian up on the play. Dorian once again. Dorian running this one forward here now. Dorian looking to get up past Jerry Guac, gets ridden off out of that one there. Couldn't get the backhand off, but in comes Petit Louis. Petit Louis thumping that one through the goals. Take it 9 goals it is to Franz Packer. 5 goals to Korea. And you can see on the replay there, great job done by him there, keeping him off the play. Didn't quite get the backhand off there. And a lot of better men than himself probably wouldn't have been able to either, but Sabiric gets thumped away there by Petit Louis Charige. So back to the middle of the field it is once more. Will they get this back into play? Because that clock is tick-tocking down. Ball back into play once more. There it is, looking for that. There was Lena. So was Julien, who's going to try and come up with this one here now. And we get a whistle on the play. A whistle on the play it is. As Tito was trying to get away forward on that one there. He's already decided on taking that ball up. The umpires are still discussing it. He thinks he knows what he saw and what he had. But the umpires still just discussing this one. And it looks like we have just dismounted there is Dorian Wiltou, and that there looking from the rear view of the Franz Packer camp. Tito's already placed the ball on the 60 as he just decides to leave the field to quickly change. Whilst the umpires are making their mind up, it looks like they're going back to pick the ball up. Tito's not going to be a happy teddy bear about this one as the ball gets dropped down on the spot, and on the spot it is. And in favour of Franz Packer. So Julien just teeing this ball up here now. Tito mortified. So we have a penalty 5 here now in favour of Franz Packer from the spot. For Julien Rein once more to bring it into play. Julien goes with a one-time play. He drives this one deep down into neutral territory, seeing who can surface up onto this one first. Trying to get onto it there, of course, is going to be Jarisbury. Gets ridden off out of it and couldn't get the backhand there. Kupandi, but it's left here now for Tito. Tito makes a turn, comes away there from Dorian. And there goes the bell, ladies and gentlemen. And that there ends the match. So our winners of the First Nations Cup here at Chantilly is Packer France, running out the winners. 9 goals to 5 over a very valiant Korean team who have done incredibly well in this tournament, and it's no disappointment to get to the finals. Of course, they would love to be lifting that trophy. However, the players are congratulating each other, thanking the umpires for their job. And you see them just cheering, thanking each other. And that'll be a very, very happy camp in the Franz Packer camp. Be some great celebrations there. You see Petit Louis just coming off the field. The cup has already been put on the field. Dismounting off his pony, there is Dorian Wiltou, being congratulated there by Julien Rein and also by Elena Vanu. And see, we have the progress of the match. Very close in the first half it was. 2-1 after chukker number 1 for Packer France over Korea. 3-1, scoring just the one more goal unanswered by Korea. But in the third chukker, Korea came back with two goals to only the 1 goal of Korea, 4-3. But in that fourth chukker, that's where we had a massive difference there. 3 goals unanswered there by Packer France, where it really mattered. And in the last chukker, 2 goals scored by each team. But unfortunately for Korea, The final score was 9-5 for France PACA, and congratulations to them winning the first Nations Cup here in Chantilly, France. As we see Julien and Elena just leaving the field of play. Played incredibly strongly indeed. Have all that team, and congratulations there in the camp. And Betty Lou getting her congratulations from his dog as well, of course. So PACA France Polo Nations Cup champions for 2023. And as you see there, Elena and Julien coming back in, big cheers of congratulations there. Thanking his grum, doing a sterling job behind the scenes, worked incredibly hard. And there we have Venu getting mobbed by family and friends. So great job there by Elena. Congratulations all round. From another game coming up to congratulate them. That there, of course. And now we'll hopefully go to some of the goals of the match. And this was Elena coming in, trying to get back to her there. Played that ball incredibly well and strong, and straight through the goals it was. A good breakaway goal there by Elena Venu. And now here we have Dorian played an absolute outstanding game here, just running that ball all the way through. Set up the play for himself and ran onto it and just dribbled and made sure of that one there. Scored a couple of ripping goals out there today, did Dorian Bultou. You see from the other angle here now, gets away from his man. The centering shot is perfect and just flicks it away just to make sure of it. And here we have Pandy driving this one up here now. Sorry, it was Tito, sends that one up forward there for Pandy. Pandy picks it up and puts that one away. A good goal there by Santiago Irastosa. This time the ball sent up here now from the other angle, you can see it. Just waiting for it, waiting for the ball to come to him, and it did. So Santiago Irastosa putting that one away nicely and coming up here, up onto it, onto that one there once more. Pandy. And so on the breakaway through here there came Dorian. Dorian just getting away from everyone on that one there and made sure of that one too. He really capitalised on the opportunities he was given this afternoon. You can see it. Now got away there from his man. Came round, picked it up and flicked that one in just slightly under the pony's neck to that left-hand goalpost. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a quick little look at all the stats here. PACA France running out the winners, 9-5 over Korea. 7 field goals scored there by France PACA. Korea, just the 2. From the throw-ins, France PACA certainly controlling it, made a big difference in this match, 11-5. For fouls, 8 by PACA France and 10 by Korea. So, not an awful lot of a difference in that one there. Penalties. This is where it comes down to a bit of a difference here, but not much of one actually. We have 2 out of 5 scored there by PACA, 2 out of 3 scored by Korea. Safety penalties, 1 from 1 for Korea, and a couple of yellow cards there for PACA, and also 1 for Korea. So you can tell the pressure was on. More again, back in the France PACA camp, and shortly they'll be making their way down here for the prize presentation. And we'll go to a few messages from Apollo line. So, ladies and gentlemen, there we see the champion pony there, played by Petri Jarij. And this is a little mare called Torda, as I mentioned. She runs so well, that head goes down and she just hammers, gives him so much confidence. A great platform to hit the ball off. And rightly so, receiving Champion Pony Award here. Oh, sorry, that mare is actually the Torda mare is called Oracion. So a very happy camp indeed, and very proud grooms, and rightly so too, with Oracion coming out there, the winner of this, the champion pony in the final of the Nations Cup.
MVP amateur, j'ai besoin d'avoir Arnaud de Chenevarin et Arnaud Jacquinet à mes côtés.
That's the Korean team, of course. And David Coe gets the amateur. There you go, look on his face there. Great surprise, yes. Well done, David, and congratulations for the amateur MVP. Been playing very well during this tournament, and a great power behind Korean polo. And the professional MVP goes here to Julien Reine. Julien Reine, for Pack of France, played at number 4, incredibly strong during the whole tournament, and today certainly didn't disappoint, played incredibly well indeed. There to receive his reward, his bottle of Moët & Chandon. As most fitting there for these MVP here of the First Nations Cup in Chantilly. And we're just asking the umpires to come up here now. Done a great job during this tournament. Gaston Otero, Guillermo Villanueva, and of course the one and only Rafa Silva. With the two umpires on the field there for this match were Gaston and Guillermo, with Rafa as third man, receiving their awards. Certainly not going away empty-handed. Thank you very much indeed to all the sponsors there of this tournament, as you can see on the board there behind them. So many congratulations, and a great thanks goes out to the professional umpires. And now we'll have the presentation of the runners-up, which will be they come up. There up front is David, along with Jerry and Kim and Tito and Pandy. A great effort there by this team and all those behind the scenes making this happen. Tito and Pandy, of course, on their own horses. David was on two of his own, Immaculada and Julieta. Immaculada, his favourite pony, and otherwise on rental ponies. And so they'll be there to receive their prizes, being congratulated for an incredible effort. 8 teams here in this tournament. And Pandy and Tito absolutely worked their socks off during this tournament. The other three doing very commendably indeed, improving as the tournament went on.
Qui nous soutient activement aussi depuis de nombreuses années. Majora qui créatrice de talent, Bianca Verneuil. La maison Yves Delorme, Paris.
So they are just having their photographs taken, and also some more prizes coming out for them. As well, of course, most appreciated, the Maurice Chandon.
On va faire une photo avec tous les partenaires. Bravo. Merci à tous nos partenaires et merci à la Corée.
So, a good round of applause there from the crowd, appreciating this incredible effort there of the Korean polo team organisation, ending up runners-up of the first Nations Cup here in Chantilly. And to be awarded individual trophies here now. Miniatures effectively there of the main trophy itself. An incredible 12-goal tournament being played here at Chantilly. And these teams' shirts all supplied here by Black Hound. Did a great job to get all these shirts organised. Very good shirts indeed, and once more, a round of applause for Korea, and thank you very much to the sponsors there. And now for the champions of the first Nations Cup here in Chantilly, it is France Paca. Playing at number 1, of course, Hélène Evenou. Playing at number 2, Dorian Beltou. At number 3 was Luis Petit-Louis Jarige, and the MVP, your very own Julien Reine.
Felicitaciones a este equipo ganador de este primer Copa Nations Cup 2023.
And now they'll receive their just rewards and prizes before the presentation of the actual trophy itself, the Nations Cup.
Passe pas devant la caméra, s'il te plaît.
En direct.
Je dirais bien.
Oui, tu l'as déjà fait donc.
Hein?
De refaire une deuxième fois. Il y a des gens qui filment. Il y a des gens qui filment.
And up with them on the stage there is Eric Mock from Maison Filga, Caroline Corinne from Yves Delorme, and from Moët & Chandon, Arnaud Jessinet, as they put down their prizes at this point in time. Sitting there very happily there with their miniatures, the Jeroboams of Moët & Chandon. Prizes from L'Oréal La Ferrand. As the team's just here it is now, ladies and gentlemen, the Nations Cup, the first time this cup has ever been awarded, this being the first Nations Cup. And there it is to be awarded to the team, with all the players there, very triumphant and very, very happy indeed. And they get attacked here now by the Koreans, getting a good dousing there with champagne, as rightfully so, and only fitting too. And just making sure that Elena got her fair share of it there as well from Pandy. So congratulating each other, of course. Yes, they went down. Elena certainly got a fair washing out of that lot there. As you see, Petit Louis absolutely soaked as well. And there it is, he raises that cup one more time and up it goes. Whoopah! And there it is, just managed to pick that cup up, and a very joyful, as I said, most triumphant and very happy indeed. France Packer, the Polo Nations Cup 2023 champions. So, ladies and gentlemen, from myself, Adam Snowden, I hope you've all enjoyed this great live coverage from Polo Line over the last 10 days of the Nations Cup here in Chantilly. And we look forward to you tuning in for our next tournaments that will be coming from up in Italy, and then following on later in the season for the Gold Cup in England, and then down to Sotogrande after that. So thank you very much indeed from Polo Line. Good night.